Oh, whoa, whoa. Ooh, that's pretty good. What's a fun take on pizza I can easily whip up for guests? Betty Crocker's answer, Spanish pizza for the gang. I'm Melinda and I'm cooking my way through Betty Crocker's 1971 recipe card library. Today we are making Spanish pizza for the gang, which is from section H, entertaining on a shoestring, card 27. What is Spanish pizza for the gang? I assume it's a pizza you just whip up for your group of friends. I was very intrigued by this kind of cross hatching on the pizza on the front of the card, which it turns out is strips of cream cheese. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I also don't really understand what makes this a Spanish pizza. I did a little research. I'm not very clear if Spanish pizza is really a thing, but you know, the Google AI was telling me that it could be considered Spanish pizza if it uses green pepper, if it uses chorizo. We're not using chorizo, we're using brown and served sausage links, which is very Betty Crocker of her. And it does call for a little bit of red pepper sauce, which in my mind is a romesco sauce. So I can kind of see vaguely how this could be Spanish. If you are from Spain and you eat a pizza that looks like this, let me know. But I just thought it was really exciting and I wanted to do kind of this lattice shape cream cheese and see what the heck a pizza with cream cheese tastes like. So let's give it a try. All right, so as I mentioned, the only thing that could possibly make this Spanish pizza is the one ingredient that is 1 teaspoon of red pepper sauce, which I think is romesco sauce. So I'm gonna make romesco sauce using a different recipe from the internet. Because I just need something to be authentically Spanish in this pizza. And I'm not really sure why she would just call for that as an ingredient and not really go into detail about what that means. Like red pepper sauce could mean a lot of things. I almost thought it meant hot sauce. I don't know. But I like the idea of like a roasted red pepper, very like umami, tangy, like very savory. I think that could kind of skew the balance of flavors here, what with the cream cheese and all. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my own romesco sauce that we're gonna use as part of the overall pizza sauce. So to do that, we're gonna use the blender. We're just gonna whip it up. Why not? I think there's a particular order you're supposed to put stuff in blenders in, but I don't really know. So I'm gonna put some almonds in, and then I'm going to put some red wine vinegar. Then I have roasted red pepper and sun-dried tomato and garlic. Then I'm gonna do a ½ teaspoon of salt. Then I'm gonna do a ¼ teaspoon of cayenne. Then I'm gonna do a teaspoon of paprika. Now we're gonna start by just kind of blending all of these ingredients up, and then we'll go from there. Yee! Start low, and then you increase the speed. Okay, then I'm gonna slowly pour some olive oil in until it kind of gets fully emulsified and finished here. I think we've got a nice smooth finish here. Let's give her a taste. Oh, whoa, whoa. Ooh, that's pretty good. Very flavorful, very garlicky. That will have to cook down a bit on the pizza. The smoked paprika's nice, the roasted red pepper's nice. I think that's gonna be good. I'm really glad I made this large amount when I only need a teaspoon, but this will be for me for later, okay? Let's assemble the rest of the pizza. All right, let's make our Spanish pizza dough. We are going to take a thingy of active dry yeast, and we're gonna put it into 2 tablespoons of warm water. Just kind of get that stirred together, dissolved. Right now, it's a big clump. Come on, come on. Dissolve for me. Well, we've done all we can. Let's get it in the bowl where we're then just gonna mix in remaining ingredients. Okay, so to the yeast and water, we're gonna mix in all the remaining ingredients. That's all it says to do. There's no like wet versus dry happening here. So I guess I'm gonna do the salad oil and the salt and the egg. The egg, I just realized is supposed to be well beaten. Fork motion here, get this well beaten. I didn't know that egg went in pizza dough. Maybe it goes in Spanish pizza dough. Who knows? But we'll put that in. We also need a cup of cold water. Figured I'd put that in the yeast measuring cup so I could get more of that yeast in there. So I'm just gonna get all these wet ingredients mixed. Then I'm gonna add the dry. I don't know. Don't do what I'm doing. It might not be right. Don't listen to me. So that's 2 cups of flour and 1 cup of cornmeal. And I'm just gonna stir it together until it forms a pizza dough. All right, I have a well-floured cloth-covered board here because this dough looks sticky and I think it's gonna need more flour in the mix. So I am gonna dump this dough onto the flour. And then we are supposed to knead for 2 to 3 minutes. So again, getting my hands really floury, getting the dough really floury, and we're just gonna knead. 2 to 3 minutes is kind of a long time. This also makes 2 dough recipes because it says divide dough in half, roll each half into a 12-inch circle. Oh, but then I guess it says arrange things on each pizza. I guess I'm making 2 pizzas. Am I making 2 pizzas? I guess I'm making 2 pizzas today. The inclusion of the cornmeal is interesting. I could definitely feel it in there. It's adding kind of a grainy texture. I feel like typically I would only see cornmeal as something you put on the bottom of the pan before you bake the pizza so it doesn't stick. I didn't know anyone actually put it in the dough. Well, I think that's been about 2 to 3 minutes, don't you say? Roll each half into a 12-inch circle, place on baking sheet, pinch up edges. Okay, I think we'll start by just assembling one pizza. We'll take it one step at a time. All right, it's time to make our pizza sauce. So we're gonna start with 28 ounces worth of tomatoes drained. I have diced tomatoes here. And then we are also gonna add to that 8 ounces of tomato sauce. So I have this can of sauce here. Then we need our green pepper chopped. So I have a half a cup of green bell pepper here that I've chopped up. Our red pepper sauce, which is, again, I just need a teaspoon. I'm gonna eyeball that. I made such a beautiful sauce. Maybe I just add a little extra, you know, just for me, just for my effort. Yeah, it's more than a teaspoon, who cares? It calls for an envelope of spaghetti sauce mix. I tried to find it. They still make it. Like McCormick has it in their product line. I went to several grocery stores. Nobody carries it near me, but I did go online and I kind of figured out what a homemade version of spaghetti sauce mix would have in it in terms of like spices. And so what I've got here is a mixture of garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, salt and pepper, and Italian spices, which are, you know, is basil, oregano, etc. So I'm just gonna put all that in, and I think it'll get across the idea of a spaghetti sauce mix packet. Again, why are we putting spaghetti sauce mix in a Spanish pizza? I don't know. I don't know the answers to any of these questions. I'm just following along. I'm just doing what I'm told. You know, usually a pizza, the sauce is pretty thin and then you put toppings on it, but this is like the toppings are in the sauce. Okay, well, that's ready. All right, it's time to get weird. I'm gonna start by taking half of our dough and kind of stretching it out. They wanted me to roll it out, but it's pizza dough, you know, you wanna do the thing. And like I said, it's stickier than I think I'm used to. but we're just trying to get a 12-inch circle, which I think we've accomplished. It says to like pinch up the edges. Again, it's a very sticky dough. So I'm gonna try to do something here and we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's like if I pinch too hard, I get stuck. It's like quicksand. Now comes the assembly. Spread half of the tomato mixture on each circle. Again, I should have realized I was making 2 pizzas. But we're just gonna take some tomato mixture, spread it around, spread it around. It's so chunky. This is not how you make pizza. Betty! Cut sausages into thin slices. Okay, so brown and serve. Never tried these before. Apparently they're fully cooked sausages that are frozen. She didn't tell me to thaw them. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. Yeah, didn't tell me to thaw them or cook them. Keep frozen, do not thaw. I mean, you cook them with water in a skillet for 5 minutes, or you can put them in the microwave. I don't know if I could put this on the pizza as it is. I mean, I guess I could. I did just slice it. This is going off the rails. This is going off the rails. I'm gonna microwave this for 1 minute. And then we'll slice it. I feel more comfortable if it's properly cooked, you know? I know it's already fully cooked, but you know what I mean? Okay, we're back. The sausages are hot now. They smell like breakfast sausages. I feel, I guess, more comfortable putting them on a pizza. Who's to say? I'm just gonna cut them up. Let's just try. Let's just try. We're just trying to cut them up. Ugh. The thing is, they're not brown because I microwaved them. But maybe they'll get brown in the oven. So just gonna boop, boop, boop these around. Great. Awesome. Cut cream cheese lengthwise into thin strips. Arrange strips lattice fashion on each pizza. It's now the time to tell you I've never done anything lattice shaped before. I've never made a lattice shaped pie, crust. I don't know. This is like thicker. Do I cut this way or do I cut this way and then that way? I don't know. I'm just, you know, I'm an artist and my medium is cream cheese right now. And we just have to kind of work with the cream cheese, however it wants to be shaped. How do you do a lattice? I should have looked this up. I think I'm just gonna go like strips one way and then cross. How's that look? Absolutely crazy? Probably. Okay, now I'm gonna work the other way. I'm gonna work at an angle. Like that, kind of. My hope is that it will all kind of melt and kind of maintain its shape, but also blend together. That's the goal. Do you see how it's kind of coming together? Why are we doing it in a lattice shape? I don't understand. I don't understand anything about this recipe. Why are we using cream cheese instead of regular cheese? There are Spanish cheeses we could be using. We made something. I am worried, but we will put it in the oven at 400 for 15 minutes and then we'll see how it tastes. Well, our pizza's out of the oven. The crust looks dry. The sauce looks wet. The cheese looks brown and not gooey, but contained, which is what the photo looks like. So it's kind of what I expected. But I guess we'll just let's get in there and get a slice. How about that? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm already concerned. The sauce is so thick and so wet. I guess it's more like a Chicago style deep dish, like where you have that really thick sauce. I mean, obviously it's not deep dish, but I'm just saying it's more than like your traditional pizza. Everything's falling off, as you could see. Classic. Let me just take a bite of whatever's left. Okay, the sauce itself has so much flavor. I'm definitely getting the roasted red pepper and the bell pepper and all the spices. The crust is fine, whatever. I don't know if I actually got any cream cheese yet. It's so weird. It's like the cream cheese is tangy and a good balance to the like very acidic sauce. But it's just kind of hard to eat the way it just like fell apart. The sausage is so weird because it's a breakfast sausage. Like it just tastes like, it tastes like a breakfast sausage. Like I even like specifically made sure not to buy like the maple flavor or anything, but it still has like a certain set of spices in it that like shouldn't be on a pizza. If you were to do this with like actual crumbled sausage or chorizo or something, I think it'd be really good. The sauce and the cheese, it's all interesting. I just wish it stayed together more. Like the cheese being in these discrete tubular shapes means that it's like falling off the pizza. And the point of the pizza is that the cheese is supposed to be like the thing that connects us all, right? Like all of the toppings kind of like melt into the cheese and it becomes like one big element. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I keep eating it, so it's not wrong. All right, Spanish pizza for the gang. I'm glad we tried this. It's weird. It's not pizza. I mean, conceptually, it has the same components as pizza. It's just a very strange arrangement of those components. It almost feels kind of futuristic in that way. But it's okay. I think the very spicy, tangy sauce and the creamy cream cheese is an interesting combination. I just also feel like cream cheese doesn't really feel like pizza to me. So it was missing that like very quintessential pizza vibe by using cream cheese. The sausage was an interesting choice. So like all of the individual actions we took today were strange and they added up to a strange result, but you know, it wasn't bad and it's kind of interesting. I don't know. I think I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 red spoons. Okay, back to the box. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, we've made teeny tiny pizzas before on the channel, so check out Bambino's next. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, and until next time, happy homemaking.